Welcome back to our channel. We're Steph and Katie, a married couple from Canada with a remote waterfront property on one of the Gulf Islands. We bought this bare lot 3 years ago, and this summer we finally had our brand new custom-built tiny house and office pod delivered. This was a huge project for us, and it has been a complete dream come true. We can't believe we finally have our house, and now we can start decorating it and really make it feel like ours. Our house is a 37.5-foot tiny home on wheels with over 300 square feet of living space. It was built by Summit Tiny Homes, and it's a fully custom version of their modern bohemian model. We did tons of luxury upgrades and customized every aspect of this house. If you want to see a full tour, we already have one up on our channel, as well as a video documenting the delivery process. We also did an additional 100 square foot office pod that was designed to match our tiny home. This space will double as a guest room, so along with our custom desk, we also put in a great sofa bed and tons of built-in storage. We are so in love with our house and feel very lucky to be spending our first summer here on the island. We've been back and forth from the city this past month, getting all unpacked and settled in. This week, we arrived back at the property and it's finally time to start decorating.
Okay, we are back at the tiny house. We were in the city this past week, just sort of packing up more stuff, shopping for things that we need, and we're back.
That is an understatement to say the least. We have packed up so much stuff. We were very busy.
Yeah.
I think we did a very good job. We had a very extensive list, but we managed to get it all mostly.
Not all of it. There are still a lot of things we need. It's just going to take time, I think. It's like we're packing up our tiny little car. Packing it, I don't even know how to explain how much stuff we fit in our car. Every single inch of our car was full of stuff.
Yeah, every underneath where the spare tire is stored, there's like a secret little compartment that we just stuff. Like Tetris style, like put everything in under the seats.
Under the seats and the door, literally every inch to the ceiling. And yeah, we fit so much stuff. And we've done that. Like this is the third time we've come. Yeah. And there's still so much stuff to bring. So it's going to be an ongoing process.
For sure.
All that being said, we're now at the phase where we're like properly unpacking, settling in, and like starting to decorate. So many of you said that you wanted to see a tour of the home like once it's complete and all decorated, and we can't wait to do that, but it's going to be a process. So we thought we would bring you along for the process of actually decorating. So we're going to take you along for the next 3 days, just kind of getting as much done as we can, as many little projects as we can, organizing, unpacking, getting it ready.
Let's get to work. There's lots to do.
There's a lot to do, I know.
We started by unpacking everything from the car, and honestly, we are still so impressed with how much stuff we managed to fit in. Once we got everything inside, we started setting up the kitchen. We have a good amount of counter space in our tiny house kitchen and plenty of storage, so we want it to be really well organized. One of the first things to tackle was our cutlery drawer, because we brought a new adjustable organizer that will fit everything we have. We might upgrade to a nice black flatware set at some point, but this extra cutlery we brought from home is great for now, and this drawer already looks so much better than it did. We also put out our new toaster, which is a really cute vintage design that matches our fridge. Next, it was time to organize our upper cabinets and add in some new drinking glasses we brought. We were wanting a set of hobnail vintage style glasses, and we are so happy with the ones we found. We also got a laundry drying rack, which is going to be really useful to have, and there's space to tuck it behind the ladder to the storage loft. And we brought recycling bins that are going to go in our shed, as well as a bunch of cute storage containers for inside the house. Next, we decided to tackle one of our outdoor spaces. Even though our landscaping isn't finished yet and there's still so much work to do, we really just wanted to be able to sit outside this summer and enjoy the beautiful weather. There are definitely a lot of things on our to-do list from the move, including getting some damage fixed on the outside of the tiny house, which you can see here. We need our outdoor spigot replaced and the cedar to be sanded and repainted because unfortunately it got scratched during delivery. But one thing at a time. We brought this outdoor furniture set to put together, and it's going to go down in front of the house for now. We're still not sure how we fit all the pieces in our car, but somehow we got it here, and it's going to be perfect for what we want. We went with 2 chairs and this cute little love seat, and we'd love to have some kind of fire pit out here one day. For now, we're just excited to have a spot to sit outside in the fresh air. We finished off the day in the office laying out a very cozy new rug we brought. It looks perfect in the space, and we know Theo is going to love napping on it.
So Steph is in the office and I've just been working on organizing the living room, putting everything underneath the stairs and just kind of getting everything put in kind of baskets and organizers in those cabinets. So I'm going to show you what I've done. So we've put down this nice little runner as just a little rug in the living room, which looks really nice. Popped a throw blanket on the couch just for Theo's paws. And then we have a nice throw blanket down here as well. So underneath the stairs, this is where we've got our water heater, but there's still quite a bit of space in here. So we have our vacuum and cleaning supplies, and that's probably all we can fit in here, but it's a good spot for it. And then up here, we've got 2 little end tables that fold down. We might use them in here. We might use them in the office. We're not sure. And then I organized all of our towels into this bin here. So we're going to use this as a bit of a linen closet and a spot for towels, maybe extra sheets and things like that. Then in this cabinet over here, we've got tons of space. So on the top shelf, I put all of Theo's things, got his food and his treats, backups of everything, his flea and tick medication, everything we need for like grooming him, bathing him, brushing his teeth. I think his clothes are in here as well. So just all of Theo's things on the top shelf. Then down here, I organized like a bunch of snacks. These little crates that we got are so cute and they also stack. So I think I want to get a few more. And then in the big one back there, I just did all of our supplements, greens powder. And down here, just more food storage. This is going to kind of be overflow of pantry because I'll show you the pantry. It's so full right now. So I think we're gonna need as much space in here just because we're stocking up on food because there's not much that we can get here on the island. More food storage down here, extra drinks, oil, vinegar. This side, more kitchen storage. I think this is where we're gonna put some of our appliances. So we've got our blender in here, a food processor back there, some of our bakeware. This is like a salad bowl, ice cube trays, another cutting board. I think this will just be overflow for kitchen storage so that we can keep our dinnerware, our plates and bowls and everything like that in the drawers in the kitchen, and then use this more for things that we don't need all the time, but that we're still gonna grab and use throughout the week. So feeling good about all of that, and when Steph gets back, I think we're gonna work on the entryway and the bathroom. So until then, maybe I will continue unpacking the bedroom and just setting up the wardrobes and taking out more of our clothes.
For a tiny house bedroom, we feel like we actually have a good amount of space for clothing. Along with the storage underneath the bed, we're managing to fit a lot in these wardrobes. We've unpacked most of our seasonal summer clothes at this point, and we're going to use these storage bins for laundry. Okay, things are coming along nicely. We're in the bathroom now, and last night we hung our towel hooks, which is very exciting, and our toilet paper holder, which is also very exciting, so we didn't have those. And you're supposed to leave them for like 24 hours. So I think now we can officially like hang our towels, and then we're also going to hang our squeegee in the shower.
Yeah. I know it seems
Big
like
things happening.
Towel hooks and toilet paper holder are just minor things, but you really don't realize how much you need them when you don't have them. It's just having those things make it a little bit more convenient and tidy, and it's really nice. So with our towel hooks, we decided to go minimal because of space, and it just looks cleaner in our opinion. So we went with a hook here for our hand towel instead of doing like a ring or some kind of a bar. And when we chose our towels, we actually chose ones that were a little bit more like European style. So they have this nice little loop on it, which is great. And they're all thinner as well. So just for reasons of taking up less space when they're hanging in the bathroom, and also considering the fact that we have a smaller washer dryer, like all-in-one, we thought if we had big fluffy towels, they take up a lot of space in here and also just make the washing more complicated and longer and all those things. So going with a thinner towel made sense, and we can hook our little towel on there for our hand towel. So we didn't really love the idea of drilling into the walls for having hooks and the toilet paper holder and stuff like that. So we did go with holders and hooks that are stuck on with like 3M stickers. So that way, if for some reason we don't love them or we want to move them or whatever, we can remove them, no problem. And it's just a little bit of peace of mind that we don't have holes in the wall. When putting the hooks on, we wanted to obviously make sure that they were at the same level and straight and everything like that. So we did measure everything. And then when we applied the 3M sticker, we just did a little warm up with the hair dryer to just like get it a little bit stickier, held it on for 30 seconds, and I mean, they're supposed to be pretty solid. They feel pretty good. These towels aren't very heavy, so should be no problem holding it up. So of course, everything, all of our fixtures in here are like a matte black. So we did that same thing with our hooks and our holder here. Everything is black, everything is matte, and it's all very cohesive. Everything really works well together. It's like we planned it that way, which we did, of course.
Okay, we have this cute little squeegee and holder. That's just a suction, so this one's easy. We can move it if we don't like it. Do you want to come in the shower? So I'm trying to figure out where it's gonna look best. My thought is kind of in between the rainfall and this shower head, so like higher, like here. How does everyone feel about that? That's what I'm thinking. We will see. We also put a bigger drain catcher in here. We have like the tile insert, but we need to be really careful about hair going down the drain because of our septic system. And we paid a lot of money for it and we don't want to mess it up. So very serious about the hair. So we got this like huge drain catcher that just sits over top. I don't mind the look of it. If we don't want to keep it in there all the time, we can just move it when we're not showering and washing hair and stuff, but I don't mind it. I think the black all looks really nice together. So this is kind of the final touch, and yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Right about there. Okay, we are in the entryway. So one of the things we want to do in here is put down an entryway mat because it does get quite messy. Theo's paws and just walking in with shoes and everything like that. So we have an entry mat that we're going to lay down, and I think we need to trim it to the size. I think eventually too we're also going to put some hooks up here for coats because we don't have any other hanging space aside from in the bedroom, so it'd be nice to be able to hang jackets as we come in the door. Not as important right now in the summertime, but as it gets cooler and in the winter when we have winter coats, I think that's going to be really useful. And then in this corner over here, there's actually a good amount of space to put some shoe storage. So we have a little extendable shoe rack that we can put kind of custom in this spot. One thing that we noticed when we got the house delivered, because when we did our walkthrough, I was thinking, oh, that's the perfect spot for a shoe rack. But when the house got delivered, they had actually mounted the fire extinguisher on the wall here. I assume they had to do that for the transport, but we didn't want it there, so we took it off. Now there's a couple holes in the wall that will need to get filled. I don't think we're gonna do that right now, but eventually we'll patch that up and then we'll put the shoe rack here in this corner.
So we've laid the rug down now, and lengthwise it's great because we got a rug that's 2x6. The space is 2x5 and a something. So we are gonna have to cut it to the length, but that's gonna be no problem. One thing that we maybe didn't fully consider was the fact that the door kind of cuts out from the baseboard. So there is a little bit of a gap. We considered maybe cutting the rug so that it kind of slots in, but I think what we're going to end up doing is getting like a thin piece of kind of a rubbery type of material and just lay it underneath so that it kind of extends out from the doorway. So that's going to be a project for another day, but otherwise we're happy with the way the entry rug looks, and I think it's going to be very useful for dirt and dust, obviously when the weather starts to get a little rainier, mud and things like that.
Okay, the rug looks really good. We just folded it underneath here, so we do still have to trim it. I think it's a good fabric that'll definitely collect the dirt, and the shoe rack looks really nice as well. It's metal. I feel like it matches all of our black fixtures really nicely, and we can fit like 9 pairs of shoes, which is fantastic. You can see the holes in the wall, so we do still need to patch those. And then yeah, filling this with like a little rubber strip I think will be good, because it was important to us that this covered the whole entryway, so we didn't want to have just like a tiny mat and then a shoe rack over here. So overall, I'm pleased. I think this looked really nice.
Things came together really nicely throughout the week, and we have a friend coming to visit on the weekend, so we wanted to get as much done as we could before she arrived. We put together some side tables to go with our outdoor furniture set and unpacked all our new throw blankets, which Theo was definitely a fan of. We also had more wildlife come to visit, which is always so exciting, including some beautiful deer in front of the house, and we also spotted the otters one more time. We worked on some of the outdoor projects a little bit and also learned how to check the level on our propane tank by pouring hot water on it, which is a great trick.
Things are coming along nicely. We wanted to just show you the bedroom for a second. So I set up our little smart sunrise alarm clock, which is very cute. This is by Hatch. We also got it from Best Buy Canada. You can program it with an app to do all of your nighttime routines and morning routines, and in the morning it wakes you up with like sunrise light. It's very cute. I'm enjoying it so far. And then in terms of the bed, we wanted to do something more fun in here than just white sheets and a white duvet. We brought extra white sheets and a white duvet from home, from our condo, to get us started the first few weeks, but now we are getting into kind of what we envisioned for this space. So starting with our sheet set, we wanted to go with a lighter blue that was in the color scheme of the rest of the home, and I'm actually really happy with these. So we did a fitted sheet, pillowcases. We've decided against a top sheet. We are anti-top sheet in this household. And then we got a duvet cover in this kind of mustardy yellow. We actually got this for the guest room that we're going to use in the office pod, but we just threw it on our bed for now because we haven't found our perfect duvet cover yet for our bed. We did order some that ended up looking nothing like the photo, but we want to do a rosy color for the duvet that's similar to the color scheme of the bathroom. I think that's going to look really nice on the blue and just be like a fun pop of color in here. So I'm not loving how the kind of yellowy mustard looks with the blue. We're just doing this for now, but this is going to end up going in the guest room, and we are waiting to find the perfect duvet cover in here. So this is the color that we're thinking. I really like this rose, and so this is kind of what I'm going off of. I think that this is the shade that would look really nice in here. Let us know what you think. We are still looking, but I think that's going to look really nice in here and just tie this room together.
One of the things we've decided to do, along with ditching a flat sheet forever, we've decided to go with more of a European style of bed in general. And we're going with two like twin duvets, and so we have individual duvets with just a fitted sheet.
If you've never slept like this, it's glorious.
It's a game
changer. It makes so much sense. Having your own cozy blankie all the way around you, all tucked in on all sides.
Yeah, literally every night Katie says, cozy. Can you tuck me in? For me, I think I like to have the duvet a little bit more free-flowing. You like it nice cocoon.
Yeah.
And this arrangement works for both of us. You go to especially like Scandinavian countries, and it is everywhere. So like a fitted sheet and then two individual duvets, and it was just so great.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very cozy. We have the duvets. We are just on the hunt for the duvet covers. But once we have that, I think it will be complete.
We've also been making some progress here in the office. We got a really cozy rug. One of the things we noticed about this space is that it is a little bit echoey in here, and also when we come in, especially in the morning, the floor can be a little bit cool. So we wanted something that was going to just make the space really cozy and kind of dampen some of the noise a little bit. We did try to put up a mirror here. We had in mind to use this space for a full length mirror. Didn't quite work the way we were hoping it would, so we're actually gonna do the mirror in the house instead. We have a spot in the house that would be really nice for it. Another project I have been particularly excited about is our projector screen. We do have a projector. We don't have a screen up yet because we don't have our blinds. We are just thinking one big roller blind to come down that can act as our screen. That's next to come, but we do have the projector and the throw of it is good. The distance is good. The screen size is good. We also have a Bluetooth speaker that we can run from the projector for the audio and also use just as speaker from our phones, like playing music and stuff in here when we want that. So that's good too.
There's definitely more we want to do here in the office, but we're really happy with it for now. The rug really makes this space extra cozy, and we also put a small mat by the door to help with dirt. Overall, we're really pleased with it.
Yeah, I would love everyone's thoughts on the mirror situation. We really want to have a mirror in here. That one just doesn't suit the space, I feel like. It's not big enough. Because of where the window is in kind of an awkward spot, you can't put anything higher on the wall. So I mean, I don't regret having that window there, but it is just kind of, it makes it difficult to style that wall. So what we were kind of thinking is doing maybe a floor length mirror that sits on the floor so it tilts a little bit. It doesn't have to be quite as tall. And I have some designs of ones that I like. I can't decide. So I would love your thoughts.
My thoughts are if we have something full length in the house, then we probably don't need it here.
Part of it is the function, but also part of it is the look. I feel like a nice big mirror in here.
No, it would look nice.
Could look nice.
I just worry about it being in the way, that's all.
No, I worry about that too, because having something on the wall versus having something on the floor.
Yeah.
This is why we can't decide.
Yeah, help us out.
So let's go in the house and show you that other small mirror on the wall where we're thinking of hanging it. So this is the wall we are thinking of for this mirror, and it actually does fit really nicely. This is kind of the only wall space we have in the house, and this is at the back by the stairs in our kind of living room area.
The nice thing about this space is that we do have room to mount it higher. In the pod, we were limited with the height of the window, so we can mount this up higher so Katie can see a little bit more of herself. And also with the cabinets, you do have the ability to open up this cabinet door all the way, and then we'll just need to move this bumper basically from the bottom to wherever it's going to potentially hit on the frame. But yeah, that's probably a good spot for it.
We're feeling a lot more settled in, and it's been really fun decorating this space. It's a work in progress for sure, and we know it's going to take time, but we're really happy with how things are looking so far. We're going to keep searching for the perfect pieces, and we can't wait to have our full vision come to life in this house. It definitely feels like we're getting close.
Well, we are very happy with how things are coming together. I feel like it's starting to feel a lot more homey in here, but there's also still so much to do. It's going to be such a process.
Yeah.
Ongoing process.
There's a lot of little things. The more we're here, that's true.
Like that whole loft upstairs.
Yeah, that's true.
Touched, but as far as decorating goes, I do feel like we are moving along, and there are definitely more things that we know of that we want to get for next time. But I don't know. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with how it's coming together.
Yeah, no, everything feels quite functional, and like we're using the space well, and everything feels really good in that sense. We're happy with all our choices thus far.
Yeah.
And it'll all kind of come together in due time. Well, thanks so much for watching and following along. We will have more to come. Like we said, there's lots more to do, and there will be plenty of videos coming at you soon.
Yeah, let us know what you want to see, and we will catch you next time. Make sure you're subscribed so you catch all our future content, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.